What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Rebuilding the London Jaguars. Quick reminder, please do hit that like button. So the playoffs didn't end the way we had hoped. I appreciate the feedback from everyone as far as the fake punt was concerned. I do think it was the right decision to go for it. Maybe in hindsight, we wish we would have had the foresight to bring the offense out there and use the quarterback to throw for a first down, but I do think it was the right decision, and there was actually a lot more agreement on that than I expected. So all we can do is look forward. It didn't go our way, and we have one more season here to try and win a Super Bowl here in London. Now, like I said in the last episode, I'm going to do a live stream of 2 more seasons after I finish this series up. That'll be on my Twitch. That's twitch.tv/ThatFranchiseGuy. So make sure you're following me, my secondary Twitter for my secondary YouTube account, TFG Plays. It's at TFG Plays. I will also do a post on YouTube, so make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss when that live stream is gonna happen. So a big offseason ahead here, some re-signs to take care of, but nothing major. We're gonna be able to keep the core pretty much intact here. So we have $26.5 million in cap space. We do need to be a little frugal. I don't think it's smart to use that on a kicker, to be honest. Malik Jackson was very quiet this year. Probably smart to bring Norwell back. He only wants a 1-year deal. Might not be the best idea to shake that up. K'Wan Short was quiet. We're ready to move on from Jalen Mills. The rest of these guys are pretty much depth. Colin Sanders only asking for $1.5 million. I'm going to go ahead and give him an extension offer, but it's possible we can get him back for cheaper when the free agency hits, but I'm going to offer him a little contract, and he actually likes it. He's going to stick around. Always good to shore up the depth like that. Quincy Williams as well, looking pretty cheap here. He's already 27 years old. I'm going to kind of do the same thing and see if he bites. If not, all right, these guys are intrigued. They want to come back and win a championship. Everyone else here was just kind of one season ads or guys that we've been prepared to let go based on how we've drafted, other than Andrew Norwell. I think it's pretty smart here, a 1-year deal, bring him back. Don't want to mix up the continuity that we've had on that offensive line that's really stabilized and become a strength for this team. So he doesn't want to stay. A franchise tag is $16 million, so that's unfortunate. We are going to have to try to lure him back in the first stage. If not, that guard position is going to become a need. We did draft someone that's decent depth there. Let's see, what's his name? Yeah, Marquise Hayes. It's not the biggest drop off, and he actually has 82 run blocks, so we're not in the worst position. We have prepared for a potential loss there. As far as losing the kicker goes, I'm fine with it. We can figure out the kicker later. All right, advancing to stage 1 of free agency. Looks like some decent options are going to be available here. We're going to go position by position. Obviously, we're good at quarterback. Running back, we are good. Wide receiver, we might consider adding like a 5th piece, someone like Riley Ridley or BC Johnson, but we've got the core intact. Chark, Westbrook, Sharp, and Callaway have been great for us throughout the whole rebuild, so we're going to stick with them. Maybe just bring John Ross back again. Tight end, we're good. Offensive line, we did lose Norwell. He's getting a bid from the Vikings. Is there any potential upgrades out there? Some centers. I don't know if that's perfectly realistic to sign them and move them to guard. Cody Ford is available. He's all right. I'm just going to bid against the Vikings here. We might have to just increase our offer a little bit from what we were willing to pay him earlier. So about $10 million is going to make us the top offer to retain our starting guard. And then defensively, maybe some defensive tackle depth. No crazy options are available here. Shelby Harris, K'Wan Short, Jarrell Casey is available. He could be the play there. Follow that Tennessee to the Jaguars pipeline that we kind of got going on here a little bit. Linebacker is a position we might want somebody in here that can play. We do have Oren Burks, who we signed last year. He was okay when we did go to him, and then we did bring back, what's his name, Quincy Williams. So maybe not a huge need, but could maybe use one more body. Telvin Smith, just 1 year left, 32 years old. And then we have our starting corners, but could definitely use some depth. So really no star options here. I'll just kind of coast through and make some value signings, but I don't know if any of those are going to be here in the first week of free agency. So we're going to go ahead and advance, see if we get Norwell. We also got to look at that kicker situation. All right, nice. We get Andrew Norwell back. So keeping that offensive line intact. And that gives us $18 million. So I'm going to try to get John Ross back here on the cheap. He wants a 2-year deal, so we're going to give him about $2 million per year. He doesn't hate it. Only 2 tight ends on the roster. I'm going to make an offer to Blake Jarwin to be that 3rd tight end, but nothing too crazy here. Just going to give him a 1-year deal for about 1.5, 1.6 mil. Only 2 tackles on the roster, so we're going to make a little deal to Tyrell Crosby, a guy I liked coming out of Oregon. He can be a bit of a swing tackle for us. Always good to have that depth. Al-Qadim Muhammad kind of fits that scheme fit as that first down run defender in this Jacksonville scheme. That's what he did very similarly for the Indianapolis Colts. We might have even had him earlier on a couple years ago with the Jags here. And then interior defensive line, we could use one more guy. How bad has K'Wan Short regressed here? Still pretty similar. Gonna look to bring him back on a 1-year deal. Mac Wilson out of Alabama could give us a little veteran depth, a little more size at the linebacker position. Maybe give DeAndre Baker a 1-year prove-it deal here as a 4th corner depth who can play slot, can play outside. He actually likes that 1-year deal quite a bit. And then at safety, we do need a box guy. Not seeing the best options here. Jaquiski Tart, he kind of fits that scheme fit. How bad has he regressed, though, at 31? Not too bad. Coverage skills are lacking, but it's not like we got to pay him anything. 1 year, literally no guaranteed contract, and he likes it. So that leaves us $4 million to sign a kicker. Josh Lambo's still available. We got plenty of cap space. So I don't expect all of those offers to get accepted, but I think it's smart to kind of throw the cap space we do have in a year where we're trying to win the Super Bowl. Just throw our cap space at depth, veteran presence, cheap contracts that don't screw us in the long haul either. All right, so we get Tart and Lambo. Nothing else hit. Bummer. Sorry for wasting your time, I guess. Yes, we definitely want to pick up Andrew Thomas's 5th-year option. That's a no-brainer. And I forgot that was stage 2. So we do still have a chance to sign those guys. Looks like Mac Wilson, we're getting outbid, so that's fine. We've got linebacker depth. Blake Jarwin, we might have to take another look at the tight end market there. But everyone else, we still have those top bids. So let's take a look at tight ends. I'm going to go for Isaac Nata because we got a lot of athleticism, but we could probably use a little blocking help for heavy sets and stuff. 1 year, $950K. He doesn't love it, though, but you're not going to get a whole lot more from anyone else, I don't think. And we've got another 5th-year option for Isaiah Simmons. Obviously want to pick these guys up. All right, now let's see if we get any of those cheap contracts. That's more like it. Muhammad, Ross, Short, and DeAndre Baker. Nice. So we still need tight end. Strong safety, definitely a need. The Saints end up with the first pick in the draft. Let's just see what they do with it. Spencer Wilson out of Tennessee. Again, this is a draft class created by a community member, so I'm going in blind here, but it was designed to play nice with my roster, my custom roster, that is. So as far as our position needs, a high-end wide receiver might help, but we're pretty damn good at that position. Tight end, you know, we're good as far as our starters. We need a blocker later. O-line is never a bad idea. Defensive tackle might be our biggest need. Looks like there's some options there. An off-ball linebacker is definitely something we could look at. This guy looks scary good. 21 years old. Freak athlete. Not sure we could find a way to get him in here. Corner seems to be lacking a little bit. So that linebacker, really the only guy that we'd think about trading up for, but we're pretty set at that linebacker position. We got Myles Jack and Telvin Smith. Obviously, it would be nice to, plan for the future a little bit with Telvin Smith probably in his last year, but I don't think that's worth trading up for a guy that's going to sit for a year. So we are probably just going to sim to our next pick, and he is gone, of course. So there is a 6'5" wide receiver with 4.32 speed in this class out of Tennessee. Kind of hard to say no to that. Basically a DK Metcalf that we could put next to DJ Chark. Good luck defending that. Some defensive tackles. Actually, a lot of good defensive tackles here. Could probably get one of those guys in the second round, though. No first-round corner grades left. So I think that's the pick. Take a big swing, kind of a luxury pick here. Still doesn't feel like we have that true dominant number one wide receiver, and this looks like it could be it. 75 overall, hit in development, 95 speed. Pretty similar to DJ Chark. All right, that'll be fun. Okay, let's go to the next pick. Definitely looking at interior defensive lineman here. It's a big need for us. We did bring K1 Short back. And this guy's got a first-round grade, 6'7", 308. He might even be a defensive end in our scheme. But he seems like the clear-cut pick here. A lot of Tennessee players in this class. Hidden dev. Beast mode. It's like a Calais Campbell. What's his speed? 56 agility, 72 speed. So yeah, he'll play on the inside. Kind of like Chris Clark or Chris Jones. All right, on to the third round. Thinking tight end, strong safety. We didn't end up scouting any of these guys. I don't know if we'd take a blocking tight end in the third round. Let's look at strong safety. Some heavy safeties in this class. I feel like those guys probably were meant to be linebackers. Not sure if they got accidentally switched over or what. But let's just take the top big safety. Good athlete. Oh, big miss. Big bust. It's all right. We hit on our first couple picks. Let's go back to that tight end position. I'm going to grab Derek Abrams. He is a good run blocker. That's all we asked for. But he is a run blocking specialist, to be sure. I had scouting on automatic, but apparently they barely use any of your scouting points if you do that. So definitely got to note that for the future. Could stick with the theme here with the freak interior lineman. He's more of a project. Not really getting any hits here after those first couple rounds, but not the end of the world when we drafted as good as we did early on. Just going to take a chance on kind of a freaky linebacker, 58 overall. A lot of practice squatters coming out of this draft for us. All right, we're going to take one more swing at strong safety. Another practice squad guy. Well, you can't win them all. But still, if you hit on your first two picks like we did, still can walk out of there feeling like a pretty damn good draft. So on to preseason week 1. Gonna pick our focus players here. Definitely want to focus on Myles Jack and Isaiah Simmons just until they get up to the 90 overall mark, because then they'll get that extra ability, which will definitely help us. And honestly, I think we should do the same for... Oh, hey, DJ Chark went up to Superstar. I completely overlooked that in the last episode. So I'm really focusing on getting these, pivotal players of our team up to that 90 mark where they're going to get their next trait. So we'll take a peek at the undrafted free agents as usual. But as you guys know, this roster is pretty damn full. So not a whole lot of opportunity for guys to come in and make teams. Isaac Nada, who we are trying to sign, is available, so go ahead and bring him in. Alexander Johnson becomes available. I'm going to go ahead and give him an opportunity on the team. The Denver breakout from 2019. Oh, I just got an idea. Troy Apke is available. And I always thought coming out of Penn State, he had the athleticism to play corner. We already got one white corner on the team. Why don't we convert him to corner and see if he can have a career revival at a different position? So Troy Apke making the switch over. Still a 72 overall corner with that 93 speed. He's got the press zone that we look for. So this cornerback room looking real good with youth and speed. This is our year, man. All right, we're going to skip through the preseason. We'll do our cuts, get to week 1, set our goals. We got an O-line mentorship for Marquise Hayes. He needs to work on his pass blocking. We'll do our upgrades before we get our cuts done. We got a wide receiver mentorship, probably for our young rookie, Jaden Alexander. Calling him DD Jr. I want to focus him on getting open. DD known for his route running. And I want to focus, honestly, on his medium routes. Nice, 2 release, 2 medium route running already. Love it. On to week 3. 15 cuts. We'll do our upgrades. Just going to automate those guys. No one's significant. So some tough cuts ahead. We'll go position by position so you can kind of see how the roster breaks down. Quarterback, we are good. Running back, we're good. Fullback, we're good. Wide receiver, I think we're going to just keep our top. Man, we got a lot of bodies in here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys before we even get to these 3. These are all kind of obvious cuts. We'll practice squad all of them. Like to keep those guys around. I'm gonna practice squad. I forgot we have Trey McBride. I don't know why he didn't show up earlier when I was looking at the tight end position. So I think I'm going to practice squad Abrams. Not ideal to practice squad a 4th round pick, but it happens. Every year there's a couple 4th, 5th round guys that don't make rosters. I think I'm going to go ahead and convert Gordon Burr to center for us. And that'll round out our offensive line. Although now that I say that, we never got Tyrell Crosby, so I think it's smart to sign another tackle. We're going to sign Greg Little. Got to have that backup tackle depth. So we'll roll with 8 offensive linemen. On defense, 5 defensive ends. These D tackles, we'll practice squad him. We'll practice squad. Yeah, we'll practice squad Hinton. And then we'll roll with, oh, we got 6 in here. I don't think we need K'Wan Short. We only gave him a 1-year deal. We will take a penalty, but I don't think we need him. We're going to start Jawan Mebane. We got a 2nd round pick in Barber who we hit on, and then these guys are not bad either. So I don't think we need K'Wan Short at all. And then at linebacker, we got some veteran presence in the middle there, which I like to have. We're going to practice squad Case Burns. We probably only need 1 between Hendricks and Jordan Fox. Fox a little bit more of a hybrid guy. Hendricks, I think, a little more balanced. Now, they're both kind of hybrids. I'm going to go ahead and let Jordan Fox go. I don't even realize we have a star dev corner chilling down here. But we've got lots of depth at corner to deal with. So that's, how many is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 corners. That's a lot. Strong safety, we'll cut you, or we have room on the practice squad for these guys, but this guy's too slow. This guy was a 3rd round pick. You hate to cut him. I think in real life the team would keep Joyner and try to get something out of him because he did spend that 3rd round pick on him. So I'm going to cut Jaquiski Tart. And remember, we do have Shaq Bond. and Troy Apke, who both have experience at safety. So it's not like we don't have anyone that can play safety if we have injuries there. So we do still have to make 2 cuts. I think we'll let Isaac Nata go. I didn't realize we had Trey McBride in there. It didn't show him to me when I looked at the roster earlier. So I totally forgot about him. And then, this Peyton Turner just has not come along to the degree that I hoped he would. Good athlete and a big body, but he's kind of a lost cause at this point. So those are the cuts. On to week 1. And we play the Colts week 1, so it'll be a good start. We actually have Texans, then Titans, so lots of action early as we're doing all of our divisional games. So we're just going to set our season goal, make it to the Super Bowl, the ultimate prize. And that's going to do it. Please do hit that like button, guys. Excited for the next episode. I hope you guys are as well. So cheers, and we'll see you later.